Hello and welcome to the special chat where we will discuss Ranveer Singh's case in Mumbai police. Bollywood superstar Ranveer Singh's photo shoot for the Paper magazine that pays homage to Burt Reynolds' iconic 1972 shoot for Cosmopolitan magazine is bold, aggressive, and yet vulnerable, breaking stereotypes and turning the gaze on the male body. And it has created a storm in India, with some appreciating the actor pushing boundaries in this photo shoot, while others evoking morality to criticize it. On Monday, two complaints were filed against Ranveer Singh in Mumbai for hurting women's sentiments and obscenity, among other things. Joining me is advocate Vedika Chaubey, who has filed one such complaint, and Iqbal Shaikh, who retired from Mumbai Police as Assistant Commissioner of Police. Welcome, both of you, on this show. Vedika, I'm going to start off with you. Thanks for being here. But in brief, could you tell me a little bit about why this complaint was made and other what sections of the law have you made this complaint?
See, I am a female. Being a woman, this is my right. This is I be also apart from woman, I am an advocate. So I saw his pictures on Twitter and Instagram. First, I couldn't understand what is this all about. I scrolled it down, and it was all over the internet. And then I felt something is not right. I thought the day was over. The next day, when I went to my office, I spoke to my female colleagues in office, and they all were saying the same thing, that this shouldn't be happened. This should not happen in our society. So then I thought, maybe I don't know, maybe because of the it's a film industry, so यहाँ सब चलता है types, but वो continuously it was in my mind कि कुछ करना चाहिए because there are lots of females जो they cannot come in front, but they have that issue. They want to protest, but they cannot, you know. And I just thought I will represent such women, and I just want to say you, I am not representing females like Shobha Day and other females who says that his pictures does not outrage the modesty of a female. I am representing the women, 70% of the women of India who feels outraged seeing these pictures. This is my only concern.
How does Ranveer posing in near nude or even nude insult the modesty of the woman? He's posing alone, right? And no one is really putting a gun to the head of anyone, forcing them to watch these images.
Correct. Yeah.
Anything, women should rejoice, right? It's like a turning of the tables. The male gaze that, women often feel uncomfortable has, in this case, sort of become like the gaze on the male body. So why are women getting offended by this, Vedika?
See, Ruhi, we live in a cultural society. We live in India. India is known for its culture and tradition. And if in India we will allow such things to happen in public, such things to happen on all over website, all over internet, then what are we giving to our youngsters? He is having more than 14 million followers on his Twitter page, and same on Insta. And what he wants to show, he is earning money by putting all these nude pictures. But what about our youngsters? What about our females, kids, who is watching day and night? They are on internet. Are we going to?
Vedika, just get Mr. Iqbal Sheikh here. Sir, in your time in the Mumbai police, have you seen many such complaints being made by women who feel offended by male nudity?
Yes, ma'am. We have been raising number of offences for such obscene photographs, obscene literature. It used to be very much in the Debonair magazine, which they used to have such type of photographs. In your private capacity, you may have anything obscene, something like that. But once it comes in public domain, and once the somebody fails, especially female folk and all, or anybody feel that these pictures are obscene, then automatically the section 292 of the Indian Penal Code is attracted. Though the offense is cognizable, but it is bailable. But in past also, such cases have been registered against some celebrities right from Pooja Bhatt, Mamta Kulkarni, then Milin Soman, and all that, all celebrities, and exactly it is on the same line. The definition of obscenity is not very clear. For some people may say, but unnecessary police is interfering. This is moral policing, and all that is somebody's right. But once it comes in a public domain, when the lakhs and crores of people are watching it on TV ads and all that, these photographs, the female folks, they may feel a bit embarrassed and all that. This is all obscene. So that is why the offense has it needs to be registered on a complaint against the person who's not only the person, even they may prosecute the paper magazine and other whosoever publisher, printer, then the column writer, whosoever is there, they may register the case. But I've seen that in most of the cases they get into acquittal. They into
Mhm.
the form of something saying that it is for the aesthetic, it is art beauty, it is something like that. So there is no end to it. But
Right.
no doubt, number of cases have been registered. Even I'll tell you, the definition of obscenity is not properly defined or not elaborately defined. Even in bar cases where the bar dancers they dance, even
Mhm.
their actions are sometimes considered as obscene things. And number of cases have been registered against bar dancers and all that in pure form also, when they are clad into full clothes and all that, despite that with their action or something like that. So the definition of obscenity is
Yeah.
very vague here, and there you can register the offense. There is nothing like that.
Right. So the obscure definition of obscenity is probably one of the important points of contention here. But one of the reasons that was also cited in the complaint was that India is a land of culture. And uh, if you look at this traditionally, we've seen some sort of nudity in various forms of art, right? Sculptures, paintings, even historic buildings showcase some form of nudity. So my question to both of you is like Mr. Iqbal Sheikh was also saying that artistic uh, excuse could be made to justify certain things. But is this just a form of an artistic trend, probably a more modern form of artistic trend? Vedika, what do you have to say to that?
See, if he art and film is different. If stars like Ranveer Singh will start doing such things, and he will shoot his photos completely in a naked position, and also his videos are out on internet on public domain. I've got WhatsApp of his video that shows his complete body. Okay, and if it's art and his pictures cannot be compared. First of all, he's earning money. He's doing it just for earning money. And what about others? What about us? What about youngsters? He's earning money, but what are we getting? We are getting shit. If he will compare it with art, any Tom, Dick, and Harry can click all these pictures. There is no art in his pictures. He has
Right. You
removed his
also,
clothes and sat for the pictures.
yeah, and you also just mentioned this, and I believe this is also a part of the complaint where it says that such photos sort of negatively impact children who are crazy about film stars, as the complaint puts it. What do you imagine the children will do after seeing Ranveer's photos? Vedika?
See, Ruhi, yeah, nowadays every kids, even if he is or she is in junior KG, or you may say nursery, they are given the internet access by parents, and parents cannot control it whole day 24/7. They cannot control it. If they will go, and that they are in that age, they have curiosity. If my kid is 11-year, 12-year, 15-year, he want to see all these things, but we as a parent, we don't allow. But we cannot tap them 100%. Don't see this, don't see that. If they will see his such pictures, of course, he or she will get interested, get provoked to click his pictures, same pictures. He will think even he will get publicity.
Okay, let me get Mr. Sheikh here. Mr. Sheikh, do you see this among children that they do try to copy film stars? Do you see this particular case sort of negatively impacting children in any way?
Yeah, it's in Indian society, in Indian culture. We are still little bit, we are not that ultra modern. And see, even when I'm sitting with my family members and is being shown on India TV channel, news channel, and then I have to shift the channels. So that my grandchildren sitting by my side, they should not see it. So that embarrassment is there. We are not that ultra modern. Our society, Indian society, is not that ultra modern to label it as artistic, aesthetic, something like that. It's
We do
purely a
support.
nude photograph, and if it was like that, it should have been in private circulation, not on the public domain.
Yeah, and we
So
do support freedom of speech and freedom of.
it definitely corrupts the mind of the children. It will affect the mind of the children negatively in India at least.
Okay. Vedika, you were saying something?
Yeah, I am just saying that we all support everyone. Everyone has a right to show himself, herself, whatever they can do. But they should do it in a private place, not in public. We do support freedom of speech and expression, but that doesn't mean that you will go remove all your clothes and you will go in public. And
Okay,
today,
Vedika,
Twitter, Instagram, all social media, it has all become street. We
right.
cannot stop seeing it. Anyone can go and check what is
Yeah,
there.
but Vedika, since you've also made this complaint, these pictures have come back into the focus now. Every channel, every newspaper is talking about this case. We are discussing this case, and the photographs have come back into circulation, come back into this public discourse and domain. But this is not the first time, right? Surely there have been lots of such racy photographs in magazines over decades as well. And and we're living in a day and age where people feel that they should have some autonomy over their bodies, right? So I want to ask you this: why Ranveer? Why Ranveer and why now? When we have in many ways progressed on body positivity, self-expression, this sort of seems like a step backwards.
No, see, in past also many actors have done it. Like you showed the pictures of few actors. They have wore that panties. At least they are wearing their underwear. They are not putting everything off and just intentionally they are clicking. They want to click their pictures. And in past also, if Milind Soman, if you remember Milind Soman and Madhu Sapre's that picture, that also it was also FIR was very much registered. And Poonam Pandey, she posted her picture in nude pictures at Goa, I guess. It was also registered. So it's not like the first day, but this is happening continuously from the Bollywood people. And what they want to show, they want to get the Hollywood here. It's Bollywood. We live in a very cultured society, and we will not accept such acts by anyone. Being an actor, being a celebrity, being a superstar, he should follow some ethics. He should show some responsibility towards our children, our women. Today also, even in societies, in villages or even in families, women are not allowed to wear sleeveless dresses, and he's doing such shit.
Okay, let me get Mr. Sheikh here. Lots of people have called complaints like this as a sort of legal harassment, and I know, Vedika, you have also seen your share of critics over the past 24 hours. But Mr. Sheikh, what is the procedure that will happen now? How will this case progress? And is there an end to this complaint?
Yeah. See, people whosoever, especially female folks, they want to lodge the complaint on seeing these nude or semi-nude pictures. They can lodge the complaint anywhere in India, as per Section 292 of IPC. But the thing is that there is a law of jeopardy. One person cannot be prosecuted twice for the same offense, something like that. So any number of FIRs registered all over India, they need to be clubbed at one place, and the trial should go on. And before this, as I told you, the offense being the cognizable and bailable, and the punishment is below 7 years. So the police need to give him a notice to Ranveer Singh to appear before them to give his say, what he has to say in this matter. And after that, after examining and all this, if the police uh, they will get the opinion from their legal cell and all that, and they will proceed with the case and they will file the charge sheet. Ultimately, the court will decide what uh, what perception the court takes about this picture, whether they are really nude, they are fall in the definition of obscenity, then there will be a conviction. But there are very, 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 very rare conviction in such matters. All the celebrities who were booked in the past, they are all been acquitted.
I'm gonna ask you a
because
final question
because
here. Mr. Sheikh,
because
have you seen complaints filed by men against nudity posted by women saying that it offends them? And is this proportion higher than women getting offended by male nudity?
I don't think there should be any bar, even if the male file the complaint.
Okay, Vedika,
Because
have you filed?
it is the complaint is about the obscenity. It is not about the outraging the modesty or something like that, where a female should be there as a complainant.
Right,
It's
Vedika,
about the obscenity.
your complaint is about outraging the modesty of women. Have you filed any complaint against women who are posing like this for outraging modesty of men, or have you seen anyone do this in the recent times?
No, seriously, no. But the pictures of Poonam Pandey, it was it was really sad. And at that time, I don't know, there was some circumstances was not in favor or something. So I couldn't register that complaint. But yeah, that she herself faced lots of negativity from that, and she had to delete her pictures, if I remember. At that time she had posted. So all these, see this, it's a lesson to the people who wants to do such acts. If we will stop asking him or punishing, giving him punishment, Ranveer Singh, then other people will also do it, and there will be nothing left. Already there are rape cases happening in society, everything. But somehow we have been protecting ourselves. If some female is going nude, then what people say, these men, what they say, because she is nude, she is raped because she has not worn her clothes.
Yes, and
So
that's a
what about him?
completely
What
different
about him?
debate that we should have at some point. But thank you both, Vedika and Mr. Sheikh, for joining me today. Where this complaint goes is anyone's guess. Does this stop such photo shoot? It hasn't in the past, and it most likely won't in the future. But of course, it has generated a huge buzz, and if anything, splashed those images on every screen possible, thus defeating the very purpose of the complaints. Thank you for joining me today. This is Ruhi Khan for Mojo Story.
It's great to see you here. Thank you for watching our work. If you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to click the bell icon and subscribe to Mojo Story and support independent, robust journalism.